The work this year was really, really strong. You know, it's such an honor and a privilege to judge the digital social media and influencer category at LIA, because it's really the category that shows you clues of where the industry is going in the future. You know, with new technology available, with new functionality on platforms, that unlocks new forms of creativity and new solutions that we can bring to the world that the world needs. One of the trends we saw a lot was brands leaning into mistakes that they'd made. And that's kind of a reflection of the sign of the times, I think, of owning your mistakes in a way, instead of trying to like brush them under the rug and ignore them. And we saw brands that admitted that their identity, for example, wasn't the greatest and just leant into what the conversation was on social media and just had fun creatively with that. These kinds of judo moves that brands have been doing was fascinating. So the grand leader in the digital category was AdLam. The work was incredible. It was so inspiring because basically it really shows and demonstrates the power of digital to not only save a language, but help save a culture.
AdLam, the alphabet that will prevent a people from being lost.
Working in partnership with the Berry brothers, Microsoft encoded the alphabet.
Being able to use your language on a computer is so fundamental. If you don't have that, you're just shut off from the world that we function in.
It's wonderful when you bring the power of a global, big brand and you lean into a very focused, small problem. And when you put those two elements together, the alchemy that creates and the power that creates is so inspiring in a way. It's time that instead of thinking about everything globally, we zero in and actually focus on unique cultures in the world, recognize those cultures, that authenticity. And when digital can be used as a weapon to actually help people feel more empowered, more recognized, more valued, and give them the tools to actually express themselves, that's what's so powerful about this piece of work.
If this demented trail of life-sucking content was safe, my daughter Molly would probably still be alive.
Was diagnosed with depression and anxiety,
PTSD, self-harm,
binge eating disorder,
just constant pain, and I would do anything for it to stop.
So the Grand Prix in the social media and influencer category that we chose was for the price of beauty for Dove. As an industry, we're creating and making with our brands on all of those platforms, and we're kind of feeding the beast if we're not careful. So this is actually a very important piece of work to actually make the industry realize that we have a huge responsibility with the kinds of assets and work we're creating for these platforms. It was a really brilliantly architected campaign that really reflected the problem.